Today I'll be reviewing the second episode of the final season for Game of Thrones and then reacting to the preview for next week's episode. So sit back and let's talk. Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Review of Thrones. We're gonna call it that, right? And no, I'm not that guy from Hot Tub Time Machine. I'm your amazing, spectacular host, Detective Artemis. And before we go on, hit that thumbs up button because I know it, you know it, everyone in Westeros knows it. You really wanna like this. Please? In this video, we will be talking about spoilers. So if you haven't caught up with Game of Thrones yet, hit that watch later button on this video, go and watch the episode, and then come back and join the discussion. Go. So with that being said, let's jump ahead. This is the final resting point until the White Walkers begin their siege of Winterfell. And oh my god, I am not ready to watch that episode because it's probably be one of the hardest ones to watch. Again, not a lot really happened here, but more than what happened last week, if that makes any sense. One of the main things that really happened here is that Gendry reveals to Arya that he is Robert Baratheons' bastard son, and he has a right to the throne. Now, we've known that for quite some time, but Arya didn't know, so it's still a pretty big revelation to her, because she's like, oh my god, let's bone. Also, Arya and Gendry, they actually bang. It is so weird because to me, Arya's still that little girl from season 1 and now she looks exactly the same. And I know she's 18 and all, but that doesn't really matter in Westeros, but it was still kind of weird to watch. Symbolically speaking, we watched Arya develop into a woman. A faceless, badass assassin woman. And is it just me, or does Gendry look like Christian Bale in Terminator Salvation? A fun callback from season 1, Robert tells Ned that their kids should marry and merge the houses. That's crazy, pretty funny, and I'm pretty sure nobody expected these two to do it. Pun intended, as always. Theon returns to Winterfell to pledge his allegiance to the Starks in a very heartfelt reunion with Sansa. Ooh, I actually think Sansa, later on in the episode, there's hints of her wanting to bang Theon. Although, I don't know how that's going to work considering Theon does not have a dick. But he does have a lot of balls to join this fight. More than me. The reunion here was so nice that it became very clear that Theon is going to die. Horde. Jon reveals to Daenerys that he is her nephew and the true heir to the throne, cutting her ass in line. And oh man, she looked pissed. But she was also in disbelief too. She was like, how do you know? Your freaking brother and your best friend told you? Ugh. So it's planting the seeds right there for some crazy shit to happen later on. But as predicted, the conversation was interrupted, so goddammit, blue balls. It is being more and more hinted that Daenerys is not willing to give up her crown for the man that she loves, and she might be more of the Mad Queen. Hell, she'll probably kill Jon if he survives the battle right in his sleep. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now, she's probably gonna be the final boss battle for Jon. That'd be something. Bran reveals that the Night King actually just wants to kill him because he contains all human history in his mind. And the Night King just apparently wants infinite blackness and all that other evil shit. During the battle planning, Bran volunteers himself as bait to lure out the Night King because if they kill him, then they believe that all the other White Walkers will die too. Again. Throughout the episode, they kept mentioning that the crypt is the safest place, which to me kind of foreshadows that shit is gonna hit the fan. Horde. So that little girl and Sam better protect all the women and children down there because I got a bad feeling that tonight is not going to be a good night. There were also some other things that happened in the episode, like Brienne gets her wish to be knighted and gets it done by Jaime. Arya gets a cool White Walker killing spear. Bran forgives Jaime for pushing him out the window. Tormund tells a story in a hilarious scene. Podrick sings beautifully like the goddamn songbird that he is. Everyone is expecting to die. Grey Worm and Missandei want to start a life after the war. Sansa and Daenerys continue to clash over ruling decisions. And Sam gives Ser Jorah his family Valyrian steel sword. And that's pretty much it. This was an excellent episode for the Battle of Winterfell, which is the episode for next week. The stakes continue to rise hard. As I said before, I'm very ready and also very scared to watch that episode because a lot of our favorite characters are probably gonna die and we just have to accept it. Except for Podrick because he is a goddamn god. Also, where the hell was the Night King at the end of the episode? Now let's preview next week's episode.
The most heroic thing we can do now. Look the truth in the face.
The Night King is coming.
The dead are already here.
As expected, it's preparing us for that massive shit that is about to hit the fucking fan, and oh my god, I hope I'm ready for them feels. It was a very cool preview, and here's hoping to a fucking dragon fight. because I gotta see that. So are there any details that you guys noticed? What did you think of this week's episode, and who do you think is gonna die next week? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this amazing channel. I am Detective Artemis, and they call me Giantsbane. Do you want to know why?